probably lose, but
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for agreeing to the battleview. I really appreciate you. Let's start with the classic. Who are you and what do you do?
well, my friends call me Profanity the Clown or Mr. Unbirthday. I'm a haunted house actor.
I have worked in a haunted house, and that was my favorite job I've ever had.
It's a blast.
It's so cool. It's so cool. How did you first get into that, and what interests you most about it?
Well, I used to be an actual circus clown, so before I became a clown, it's like a haunted house clown and circus act. But the 2016 clown thing that went around, it ruined my business. So somebody told me you should be a haunted house actor. So I reached out to one, and it's the best decision I ever made.
I love that. Do you have any hidden talents?
I do, but if I were to do any of them, it would likely be the end of my condo because a lot of them involve fire.
I can definitely appreciate that.
Yeah.
What is something that people usually misinterpret about you?
So a lot of people take a lot of my jokes too seriously, and a
Hmm.
lot of people think I'm a bad guy, but I'm only a bad person when I get attacked emotionally and physically. So a lot of people don't understand that I'm a very nice guy. I'm the easiest guy to get along with. But if you cross my line, then there's stuff that I think about you that a normal human being would upon someone. That's just me because I don't like getting screwed over. So, and also, just get to know me.
I feel like it's not too much to require that people respect your boundaries. So I definitely appreciate that. What is something you wish more people would try?
I wish more people. So I always say to people, if you have a talent, do it. Like pursue it. If you want to, if you're good at being a guitarist, go play the guitar at local bars and something. I was suppressed when I was a child, when I was little. My parents did not believe in the costume, the puppetry, so they threw all of them away for 4 years. Every time I made one, I never got my opportunity in life, but I'm getting it now. So I encourage people: if you want to do something in life, don't let anybody tell you you can't because you can. You turn all the negativity and all of you can't do that. That's unethical. And turn it in. I'm gonna do this. Watch me shine.
I love that. That's such a great answer. Tell me about something on your bucket list.
I want to visit all Disney parks in the world in one stretch.
Like one big tour.
Yep, one big tour. Yep. And
That's very
also
cool.
on my bucket list is after my parents die, I'm going to be moving to Sweden or Scotland. So that won't be
Actually, that pretty much bleeds into my next question. Where is your favorite place that you've traveled?
my favorite place that I've traveled. Um, It'll probably be Canada. I went on a Canadian Rockies tour. That was pretty. That was pretty nice. Stayed at some pretty nice hotels. Very
What
amazing.
did you like the most about it?
The aesthetic of it, the calmness about it, just peaceful.
I can appreciate that. If you could teleport anywhere, where would you go?
Are you talking about now? Follow up question: is this to like the past, or if I were like me now, if I were able to visit a certain time?
I would leave that completely up to interpretation. If you want to travel through time, I mean, if you're going to teleport, you might as well go big, right?
So I'm adopted from St. Petersburg, Russia, and the only thing I know about my birth parents was my mom was 18 when she had me and fell out of a two-story window and died, and my father was never in the picture. And when my adopted parents adopted me from there, they asked the judge in the court if they could have a picture of my mom or anything like that. They said no. So if I had a choice, I would travel back in time, like who I am now,
Hmm.
to figure out who my mother was.
It's beautiful. I think we have time for one more question. Do you mind if I go a little bit deeper?
Sure, why not?
What is something about your present self that you're still trying to figure out?
What's going to make me happy in the long run? because I like making other people happy, but at the end of the day, I'm not happy. So trying to figure out the next step in life. And what's really worrying me is when I lose my parents, how I'm going to handle that. Because they gave me a second chance at life, and I'm very appreciative of that. And my dad is 71, and my mom is 67. So I'm only 26. So I'm going to lose them. Hopefully not, but most likely will at a very young age. So I'm not. I don't know what's going to happen after that because I live in a condo, and I will be honest, I have autism. So I have struggles with kind of a high function spectrum. So I can do a lot of other things a lot of other people can't. But it hits differently when somebody like that passes. Because the person that I do all the costuming for, the drawing, I created this tattoo, I drew it, and all the stuff that I have in my collection is dedication to one person, and that's my grandpa. He encouraged me to do the puppetry and everything when my parents were not encouraging it. Because his father didn't. My grandpa knew how to draw real good, and his father said, "You can't be a cartoonist. You won't make money doing that." So my grandpa is the one that I dedicate a lot of his stuff to, and without him, I'd probably be gone. So
I understand that. That's a beautiful answer. I thank you for that. Thank you. Um, Thank you so much for agreeing to the Battleview. I really enjoyed our time.
thank you. I
If
appreciate
I
it.
may, if I may break character with you for a moment. So, like I said in the beginning, I've worked at a haunted house before.
Uh huh. Which one?
Um, it was like a one and done. It was out in Wichita, Kansas.
Oh,
It
okay.
was called. It was two in one. It was called Morbid Manor and Carnival in 3D.
I've heard of those. I've heard.
Yeah, so basically, like halfway through, um, actually, it was my girlfriend at the time. Halfway through the haunt, she would give people 3D glasses, and then the rest of the haunt was all in 3D.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
So, if I can tell you a little bit about it, I actually haven't been able to talk to a haunted house actor in a while.
Yeah,
So, when I very first got the job, basically, I was going to be
I miss the
what's
studio.
called the dot guy.
Uh huh.
So, like, there was a room in the second half where like the walls were it was like a short maze and the walls were covered in polka dots
Yeah.
and basically my costume was a bunch of polka dots so I would just stand up against the wall and then when somebody walked by whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So opening night, the guy who was going to be the zombie, which was like the first well, not really a room because it was kind of open, but basically like you walk in through the gates, you meet the guy that tells you the rules, and then you go through the graveyard to get into the manor, right? So opening night, the guy that was going to be the zombie in the graveyard just didn't show up. So
Wow.
they're like, "Oh, well, we can't not have an actor in the first room."
Right.
And bet your ass, my hand was the first one up. I'll be a zombie.
Right.
And so I ended up doing so well that first night that they let me be the zombie for the rest of the duration.
See, that's
So
gotta find your niche. You find your niche. You find your niche.
yeah, dude, I was so into it. Like I acted all through school, so like as soon as I was in makeup or costume, I was a zombie the rest of the night. I
Right.
wouldn't talk. I would shamble everywhere.
Yeah. That's the same thing with when I'm a clown. Is when I perform profanity or Mister on birthday. It's like who let you out of the nut house? I'm like,
Right.
and I'm that way the
So
rest of the night. And I'm one of the few actors that don't take off their mask for the whole
mhm,
night. I never do.
right.
A lot of people
Um,
give up, and no, I don't.
so there is one aspect of the whole haunted house experience that I've never like I've tried to explain it to people,
Hmm.
but I feel like if I talk to you about it, like you'll get where I'm coming from.
Okay.
So not to seem like I'm patting myself on the back or that anything like nothing egotistical, but
Hmm.
I know that I'm a really nice guy. I'm very sweet and very loving and stuff.
Yeah.
But in like as a zombie in the haunt, I have seen the look of pure fear and terror,
Yes.
and it's amazing. It is
Oh yeah.
such a cool thing to know, like, because I would never hurt anybody.
Right. Same.
but seeing someone and they think this is how I die. Like it's
Yep.
such a powerful feeling, and it was so cool to like just
I
to
will
have that
tell
sort
you,
of control, knowing the whole time, like, dude, I'd rather hug you than hurt you.
I I will tell you my favorite scare of all time. Four things happened simultaneously, one after another, and
Hmm.
then I made sure that they were okay the next day. But this is what happened. So
Okay.
a group of people came through, and I'm in my Mickey suit, sitting in a rocking chair, like, and I have like these digital eyes, so it looks like I'm a fucking robot. So
Hmm.
I'm listening to a song, just like rocking back and forth. I have an extension cord tucked into the back of my shoe to make it look like I'm plugged into something.
Right.
Uh, so
Smart.
I'm just sitting there, just going like this, and so when the Mickey Mouse whatever song was playing, so this group of people came through, and then I had this little button in my hand that turns off all the lights in the zone.
Hmm.
They're all of them came up to me, and then all of a sudden I pressed the lights, and then and then somebody came up to me, looked like came like this close, and I screamed at the top of my lungs and jumped up so fast. Not only did this person shit, piss, vomit, they also had a heart attack.
No.
But I made sure that they were okay the next day.
Right.
They were. They said they even told me that was the best scare that they've ever had. The put and you want to know how old they were?
Huh.
28.
Wow.
I scared them that bad.
That's wild. I bet that was so satisfying for you. Like after you knew they were okay.
Yeah, I was like, because the rest of the night I was off because we had to shut down the place and then
Right.
wheeled it off, and I was like, I had the head off. I was like, did I kill this person? No. But no, they contacted them, and then I went to the hospital, and they're like, bro, I want to shake your hand. I'm like, what? For what? Almost ending you? But,
Right.
but yeah, I love when you know you're doing good when you make somebody piss themselves.
Yeah, I never got that reaction, but still, that's wild.
Yeah, yeah.
If I can share one more story, this is so fun for me because I
So
don't really
do
get to
I.
talk to
I got nothing.
actors. Um, so like I said, I was always in character. Like once I was in costume and stuff, there was one time that my my body broke character. So basically, my thought process was, I know I can't touch anybody. So
Mhm.
like, What's like the creepiest thing I can do without physically touching someone? So
Yeah.
basically, what I would do is I would wait on one side of a fence, and like the way the room was set up is you go down one side and then you turn around and you come back on the other side. So like I would be on the second side of the fence. So like they get scared, they run away, and then all of a sudden they realize, oh shit, I got to go on his side of the fence now. So what I would do is like while I'm waiting for them to come back, I like chew on a bone or something. And then as I got closer, I lose interest in the bone and I shamble over and I would sniff people. But like I
Okay.
can't bite them, but I want to eat
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
so
no,
I sniff
yeah.
people.
You always
So
find something that makes them uncomfortable.
hmm
That because they know you can't touch them, but if you're like,
yeah.
oh, you smell the way. I wonder
So
what
there
the
was
insides taste like.
there there was one night where I this is so funny to say without context. I sniffed a lady
Uh-oh.
and her perfume was so strong it made me sneeze. And I couldn't stop from laughing because like when would you ever see a zombie sneeze? Like
Right? What?
oh
Exactly.
man.
And oh yeah, different scares and different zones are fun. This year I'm going to try to tempt it, but I'm all about doing something that's never been done in haunted house history,
Hmm.
and apparently it's never been done in general. I am going to get dressed in my clown suit and go skydiving to advertise the haunt. But I'm not just going to skydive. I'm going to skydive into the haunt.
Whoa.
So the haunt that I'm working for, hopefully this year, has a nice 30-acre farmland on the other side of it.
Right. A nice safe landing zone.
Right. So I'm going to be setting a Guinness Book of World Record by the first clown to ever skydive, by also setting another one, first haunted house clown to skydive.
I fully believe in you. When you do, make sure you make a video and tag me in it. I want to see that.
It'll be a video, but there will be no audio. There'll be music because of the amount of profanity that I'll be screaming when I'm going down. Because
Undoubtedly.
I hate it.
Undoubtedly, for sure.
I go on kiddie roller coasters and I'm swearing up a storm, and I go like, "Don't repeat what you just heard."
Right. Well, Profanity, it was so wonderful meeting you. Thank you so much for the battleview. I really appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You're killing it. Literally, pun intended.
Right.
You have a great night. Thank you again. Bye.
Bye bye.